In this video, I'll show you many more formatting features that you can apply to a basic table. We'll look at how to shade in an area, how to better space out the rows and columns for readability, how to add and delete columns and rows, and also change the type of lines that are around the table and inside the table. So let's get started with this basic table. If you go to the top left-hand corner of the table, you'll see a little box, and that indicates that this is a table. And when I click on that box, it highlights the entire table, and it also puts this Table Tools tab along the top of the title bar. So if you click on that Table Tools, it gets you to another menu that has a lot of options for a table. When I click off of my table, you'll notice on the top that Table Tools goes away. So to get the Table Tools back, go to the top left-hand corner of your table, click, and it comes back. So the first thing we'll do with this table is to change this top row so that the titles show up in gray boxes. So if you take your cursor to the outside of the table, you'll get the big white arrow, and when you click on that, it highlights the whole row. So once that's highlighted, I'll go up to the top where it says Shadings, use that drop-down box, and pick a gray. Now once we've done that, we could change the size or the width of the row so that it's a little bit more readable. Now every time we create a table, there always seems to be a row or a column that we forgot to put in. So in this case, if I want to put a column between author and review, I can go to the author column. I'll get this solid black downward pointing arrow, and when I click, it highlights the whole column. When I go somewhere where it's highlighted and I right click, I go to Insert Column to the right. I could also have chosen to the left if I wanted to put it between title and author. All right, so there's my column. I can change the width of it again if I needed to. I could do the same thing for a row. If I wanted to highlight this row, right click somewhere inside that where it's highlighted, and I can insert a row above or a row below. And that's how you would insert rows and columns. If I wanted to insert another row at the end of the table, remember you just click in the last cell and you hit the Tab key on the keyboard, and that allows you to add more rows at the bottom of a table. Now to delete, just highlight the area you want to delete, go inside, right click, and delete row. And you could have done the same thing if you wanted to delete this column. Now in this column, if I wanted to put in a title and the title didn't fit too well, I can highlight the title, right click, and I can change the direction of the text. Click on text direction, and I can actually have the text lay on its side so that it fits into this table a little bit nicer. The next thing is we may want to delete or add more rows and columns to some of these cells. So I'll go to the top to get the Table Tools back, and when I click on the Table Tools, you'll see this Draw Table or Eraser. So let me just take a look at the Draw Table for a minute. If you click on it, you'll get a pencil, and you can draw more columns if you want to, or you can draw more rows, or just another row just within a cell. When you're done, you just click on Draw Table to get your cursor back to where it belongs. Now if you want to delete any lines, you would use the eraser icon, click on it, and you'll get a little eraser, and you could click on these lines and you can delete them. And now you might want to put the date in the bottom right corner. Go back to Home, and I'll choose bottom right corner. The last thing I want to do is to show you how you can change the lines that are in the table and around the table. So I would highlight the whole table by clicking on that box, go to Table Tools, click on it, change the type of line that I'd like on the outside of this table. So I could choose a thick one, and I can change a different width size of the line. And then I go to this drop down box here to say where do I want to put that line, and I'll choose the outside borders. Okay, so that makes it look a little nicer, and if I wanted to change any of the lines inside, I could do that too. Just highlight the whole table again, choose the line that you would like, choose the width, and then choose which line you would want to change. So I'm going to change just the horizontal lines. There. So that's about it for tables. Between the first video and the second video on tables, you should have enough tools available to you now that you can use to make your tables look professional.